Hi and welcome to Pro Direct Basketball. I'm Bonsu. We're here at LDN19 in London's Carnaby Street, and we're here to look at the exclusive James Harden Vol.2. So Lewis, what's your initial thoughts about these two?
Well, I think it's been a bit of a hot topic right now. This is obviously the first time that anyone's seeing it. Harden himself is obviously a hot topic, you know. People think he's been robbed of potentially several MVPs, and it looks like he's the clear front runner this year. I mean, my first thoughts were, you know, it's a pretty interesting shoe, so I'd be interested to see if Harden can put up another, 60-point triple-double in these.
For Timi and Flow, when you look at the Volume 1s and then you look at the Volume 2s, so normally when you look at trainers when they come out, athletes, it never seems to change. They just change something slightly about the second one.
Yeah.
But with the James Harden, well, he's literally, when we talk about disruption, this is probably the best version of disruption you can find.
You're definitely right.
What's the difference between the first and the second? Why do you think he's done that?
I mean, the difference, there's so much of it. I think if I put it in layman's terms, if this didn't have a Harden logo on it, I wouldn't recognize it as a shoe. Like you said, shoes normally just change just a little bit when it talks about a signature shoe. There's a little tweak here and there. If not, maybe after the 3 or the 4 that they change dramatically. But this is a massive change. And I think for the better, personally. I'm actually a bigger fan of this look than I was in the 1. So maybe that's just preference. But Flo, what are you saying?
I think the difference between the 1 and the 2 for me is I think the 2 just screams comfort. When you look at the midsole, just the amount of boost that you have, and then the premium, I'm guessing this is prime, the materials that you have, just the shoe just looks really comfortable. And the temptation to put this shoe on, just to try it on, was extremely high. When I want to try it really bad, yes.
Can you tell me what is the technical ideas behind this?
So you guys mentioned key parts of the shoe, how they are developed and evolved to Volume 1 to Volume 2. When we develop the shoe with Harden, we work with Harden, we collaborate with Harden. So it's not like we create a shoe and ask it to wear. We work with Harden, and development takes almost 2 years. And of course, his point of view is disrupt, both on the game, but also how we create the product. When we evolved to the new technology in Volume 2, we decided what would be our new technology or new innovation onto this shoe. Boost, of course, remains our key pillar as our key function as well on our technology, and what can we bring on top? And then we came with the new upper fabric called FORGEFIBER. So the difference between the previous Harden Volume 1, for example, with Volume 2, is that it's stiffness. Because even with the Volume 1, when you have the prime knit, it's a bit thick prime knit, where you have more stiffness.
True.
And then which is good. But to evolve into Volume 2 with disruptive play and performance, we need to make some breakthrough. That's how we evolve into the shoe. And then so that all the idea concept is coming from how we disrupt the shoe and how we bring the Harden into the next level that he can achieve, like the way he scores like 60 points per game.
He's killing it. He's killing it so far this season. He's killing it, and if he doesn't win MVP this year, then NBA is doing something wrong. I said it. I have said it. Last year he was robbed. This year, if they rob him, NBA, you guys are not right. Lewis, do you think it's important as an athlete that it's important that for them to keep features of their signature shoes always on developing new ones?
For sure. I mean, when you think about a new version of something, the thing for me that's important is evolution. And it seems like they've taken considerations of the previous materials, lack of flexibility or stiffness, and tried to find ways around that. You can never please everyone, and people never like new things straight away. Completely random, but I remember when Facebook changed its interface and people were like, oh my god, I can't use this. But if it reverted back to the old one, then people would think it's old fashioned. So I think it's going to be a change for people to see, get used to seeing James wearing it, seeing him shuffling back with his step backs. Yeah. Is it a travel or is it not a travel?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, to me it looks like they've managed to adapt to the features that were less desirable on the first or that could have been improved. So yeah, to answer your question, I think they're going in the right way.
Timi and Flow. Let's talk about the colorways.
Yeah.
For me, when I looked at this, I was like, this won't match my jeans.
Okay.
You know, I know it's not made for going out,
Yeah.
but as a woman, I'm like, no, because how am I supposed to wear this with my going out gear?
I hear that.
If it was army green, then definitely love it.
Maybe.
Colorways. Colorways. What, you know, are you excited to see more colorways instead of just this and a black one or a gray one or whatever?
I mean, I'm very excited. Obviously, you spoke about the shoe, its main focus being about performance. And on the court, you want to make sure you look good when you do what you do. I am a big fan of all black. I'm sure there's an all black colorway coming. So that's what I'm excited about. But this red colorway is absolutely beautiful. So yeah.
I mean, of course, it's fitting, of course, for the team, Houston Rockets, it makes sense. I'm more of a Larry guy when it comes to my kicks. I'm out there. So I've got a few different colorways. Different, that's the word I'm looking for, different here. But
loud ones?
Loud and different and loud, whichever you want. But I'm excited for what Adidas has in store for that. So yeah, looking forward to some colorways for sure.
One thing I'm hoping for is healthy hair growth in my beard.
Yeah.
Quick sidetrack. James Harden has an amazing beard.
We know that.
He has an amazing beard. So I'm hoping this shoe will help me with my beard growth as well. I don't know.
You think it comes with beard oil? That's what you think?
I think so. I hope so.
It doesn't come with beard oil.
I think with these boots, you just get extra height. Doesn't
That's
matter.
it. No beard.
No
Extra
beard.
height? Fair enough.
No
Could you
beard.
throw in some beard oil? Is that not a thing? Could we work on Adidas beard oil?
We'll try to do for each
I mean,
other.
let's talk about it.
Yeah.
We're here now.
Some
so
trade
let's-
secrets, you know what I mean?
You know, let's sum this up because this is an exciting piece of sneakers that you dropped. Like Lewis said, everybody's not sure when it first comes out until they get used to it and then they're going to love it. So let's sum it up, Lewis.
One word for that shoe, beard.
Damn it, he stole mine.
Flow.
We spoke about James Harden winning the MVP. That's, I think, is a definite. I think even the Houston Rockets themselves, they have potentially a team that could win the championship, putting James Harden in the Hall of Fame for sure. I think James Harden taking his game to another level, transcending. I think this shoe is also transcending. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I think he's taking his game to another level. The shoe is taken to another level.
One word to describe it.
Transcendent.
Good word.
Transcendent. That's big words.
Good word.
Yeah.
Wow.
He does this. He does.
Yeah.
Wow. Love it.
He does the words. He does the words.
You have to explain it though.
Can you spell it?
Transcendent.
Can you spell it?
T.
Huh?
R.
Speak up. Speak up. Speak up. Speak up, man.
Tim, what do you think about the shoe?
Yeah. So. Yeah, if it's me, you said it a few times already. Disruptive was a word that came up a million times, but off the back of that, I think creative is a word, which is the same thing, which is what Harden does on the court every which way. And we're talking disruptive. We talked about the materials that are on the shoe. There's so many different materials and colors, and I mean, on this shoe, there's probably about 19 different reds, which is cool in itself. And they've come together to make the volume 2. So, creative is the word to describe the shoe, and of course, his game for sure.
If you want to know what's going on and all the latest on Adidas, please make sure you're following Pro Direct Basketball and also Adidas Basketball on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter. If you don't, then you won't and you miss out. And you don't want to miss out because James Harden, for sure, this season is going to be MVP. If he's not, I'm personally going to start campaigning outside NBA head office because otherwise it won't be right.
I'll back that. I'll back
Could
that.
you come with me?
I'm there with
On
you.
it. Big
Yeah,
man thing.
we're there. We're going to start a whole campaign on it.
I'm on it.
But I've been Bonsu and you guys are watching Pro Direct Basketball.